Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. All right, y'all, this is very, very interesting news. So it says Warner Brothers Discovery made back out of the Netflix deal and considered Paramount. This comes from comicmovie.com. But before we get into the article, we just passed 1,000 subscribers, y'all. So we're on the road to 10,000. We're going to hit 100,000. We're going to be at a million. Go to claim it, and it will happen. So, all right, y'all. Netflix, well, it says that right now they are pretty much the ones who have acquired WB. I have done videos on that. I also expressed my hesitancy with that as well. WB being this big movie production, being owned by Netflix, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Paramount has been very, very, very persistent on, getting it. I'm far like all these, offers and everything like that. And, Warner Brothers like, nah, we don't want it. But now it's saying that WB may back out of the Netflix deal. Again, this has come from comicmovie.com, right? So it's going free off a few articles, right? It says Warner Bros. Discovery and Netflix may have issued a press release announcing an intended merger, but after Paramount's latest offer, it seems nothing is truly set in stone. Multiple outlets, including Deadline, so this is true. This is like coming from the big, the big wigs, are reporting that Warner Bros. Discovery could announce as soon as tomorrow its intentions to enter discussions with Paramount Skydance about a potential merger, right? Goes on. Despite agreeing to a deal with Netflix, the Ellison family's latest offer may be too good for the company, which owns HBO and DC Studios, to ignore. Since Paramount's unsolicited takeover offers, all of which have been rejected before now. Again, like I said, they've thrown a lot of offers at WB, a whole lot of offers. It's going to be completely knocking them down, right? So it goes on to say, have caught the eye of Warner Bros. Discovery investors. They've been vocal about the board considering all options despite there being a signed deal with Netflix. So they're saying this is a signed deal with Netflix, but with this latest offer, we're going to get into the offer real quick. As of now, the streaming giant would acquire WB film television assets for $27.75 per share, all in cash, a revised offer after initial cash and stock deal. Paramount, meanwhile, is offered $30 per share in cash. The company has also sweetened the pot in a way that emphasizes just how much power and money the Ellisons hold. Saying, hey, these guys got money, man. So according to the trade, its latest bid added a new 25-cent per share so-called ticking fee payable to WB shareholders for each quarter its transaction has not closed beyond. December 31st, 2026, which is later on this year, which is said comes out to $650 million in cash value each quarter. That's a lot of money, bro. It goes on to say it also agreed to fund a $2.8 billion termination fee that will be payable to Netflix and ticked off as a series of concessions around WB's debt financing costs and obligations. Paramount still has not defined that bid as its last and best offer, right? Said this all could be employed by WB to force Netflix to upping its current bid. Either way, it's clear now that nothing is set in stone, despite what many press releases might say. Right? So yeah, man. It goes on to say, my bad. Since Variety has added further clarity by explaining that WB board is likely pushing Paramount into making its best and final offer that would allow shareholders to make a considered choice, and it would allow WB to push Netflix to match Paramount Skydance terms if they were deemed better than an existing agreement. Again, like I said, man, this is all about money. This is all about money, right? And right now, WB is like, they're the girl of the dance. So everybody's just trying to get, get the check with her and stuff like that. So yeah, man, we're going to see what comes out of this. Like I said, again, I have my hesitancy about Netflix owning, WB and stuff like that because they are a streaming service. I know they said that they would have their movies in there for like a 45-day window, but you never know, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big proponent of physical media and stuff like that. So that's another thing too, like what would happen to physical media if they're owned by a streaming service and stuff. So yeah, man, that's a lot of questions behind this, but yeah, man, the fact that they are not considering Paramount's, bid, hey, it says a lot. But anyway, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one.